Salina, Kansas. This is a pilot, and I stopped here yesterday trying to get my ABS fixed, and I didn't have the time, so I just got the truck washed at the petrol on the other side of I-70. Now the truck looks good because I had all that you know, red clay from North Dakota. So 58 bucks, and 30 minutes later, and the truck looks great. Now then I drove this morning, I drove south to what is it, Hespen, like 1 hour from here. This machinery. These are kind of attachments for farm tractors and combines, right? And they come on their own skids. So it was kind of tricky trying to figure out how to secure them without damaging, you know, so I had to be a bit creative. And it's always because, you know, the metal they use, it's not the same thickness, right? So the main part is always try to find something that you can, you know, pull your chain against, because if, let's say, if it's a shaft, you know, you can damage it. So I just made sure I used the really thick parts, you know. I didn't put anything under them, you know, just over here, because there was a sign on the other side, so I put something under the chain. And they had some tires. There was a tire in there in between, and it was in the way because there's another machine, there's another long piece on the other side. So here, see, there's two skids, and they loaded this as separate, and there were some loose boxes on it. So I said, what are you doing? How am I supposed to tie down boxes? And he said, well, that's how they come, you know. Put them in your cab. You cannot hold commercial loads inside your cab, you know. So what I did is, these are pretty light, so I just put them on top, and I hid all the boxes inside there. There's a whole bunch of space there, right? And you see these two long pieces, these are like attachments. So then I found that I can put a chain in here, because, you know, you have to deal with that stuff over there, right, on the other side. I don't want to damage anything. And I put another chain. Oh, that's the chain for the other part. Yeah, here I use the chain because there's it has eyes in there, right? Pretty handy. And then I use the strap in here. And they came up like this on these pieces of timber, so pretty good. So nothing is touching my trailer, and I'm happy with that. So I just did like basically 1 hour, right, of driving, and everything looks good. So, and what I did, I called them from that Heston, Kansas. I called the shop here, Robert's Truck Center, because I saw them yesterday, and it's not that easy to find an international dealer. You know, they're not as widespread as Freightliner's dealers, and they didn't have time to work on my ABS yesterday, so I called them after I got loaded. I said, you know, I can be there in an hour. Can you put me in the shop? And the guy said, so okay. I decided to stop by and take care of this because Landstar keeps, you know, shutting my truck off in the system, and I have to extend it every day. So which doesn't feel good. So now so what they did is they found that just the bulb was burnt, so they replaced the bulb on the dashboard, and then I did a full service on the truck, and I greased the truck and trailer, and they fixed this fender here that people like climbing upon. You know, this was broken, right, and this clamp set here, so they just figured out they could move the clamp this way and it still holds, so the fender is good. And they turned my steering wheel as I asked them, and also what else they did? So fender, steering wheel, ABS, and service. I think that's it. Yeah, and so the bill was pretty much what I expected it to be. I thought it would be around somewhere like 500 bucks. So this was, see, now I have the bill that I can scan and email to Landstar and they will put me back into service. Yeah, so the final bill came out to $677.41. So that's what you got to do. You know, when you're an owner-operator, when you own your truck, you know, you gotta pay to keep it compliant. So I'm glad that this time the problem was, you know, real easy to fix. So now it's already 6 o'clock. It took, you know, it took them a long time. Plus I had to wait a little bit after I came here. I was here around 1 o'clock local time. I probably waited an hour before they put me in the shop, but then now it's almost 6. Now I'm just gonna go over on the other side of the I-70. There's a petrol truck. That's where I washed my truck yesterday, so I'm gonna go there, get a shower, because I have some points on my fuel card. Get a shower, you know, get some nice dinner. I reward myself for this little victory against the DOT. That I didn't have to spend $2,000 this time like I did last year when my ABS malfunctioned. And then I'll start trucking tomorrow morning. So I'm near Salina, right? So from here it's 1,200 miles to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So hopefully I'll be there Friday. And then I'm taking a little vacation. And I'm driving in my Mazda to Chicago to visit a friend. So thanks for watching. That was my little update from Kansas. This was Sergey DRATCHEV. Stay safe.